To continue, I will start opening these two fasteners, which needs to be split, and then I use the pliers to remove them. So this is the one, here is the second. I normally open it slightly like this, and then I use pliers to push it off. Here we go, the last step, again, this two. Come on. And the little clip is off. I will do same with this one right here. As you can see, it's a methodical, almost like tedious work. You have to pay a lot of attention to the detail and slowly, carefully take everything apart. That will allow me to lift this part, and I can clean it because it's nasty here. Everything's coming apart. This is the first time we will have free this part. This hook just went off. So this is the, obviously, sorry, I'm looking at the screen upside down. This is the one which was pretty okay. It's the old part. I will go ahead, put it on the side and start cleaning this with a rag. Parts finally arrived, so I will be selecting the matching part and we will start putting it together. So you compare the parts, they are identical, and you can start rebuilding it. And now it's the time when you might need those photographs, unless you have perfect photographic memory, and there's no way you could forget. So here is the spring, needs to go back on this part. You remember that was the last thing we removed actually. Hop. It will come here and lock in this area. You are watching all the details, of course, and I continue with this part. Now I've put it together correctly, and I will be installing these clips which you saw, and I will use the new ones. Here I have a new clips, and I will squeeze them with the pliers. That's it. Here goes the other one. Showing it on camera and it keeps falling off. Now it's in perfect position, and again using those pliers carefully grab the clip and squeeze it around that part, and this is nicely assembled and ready to be installed back on the vehicle. I will always start with putting back this parking brake assembly. That was the last step what we did, so I'm basically going backwards. Here you go. Now I can turn it around and carefully start putting it in the correct place. Needs to go here in the top, on the bottom, and it's now seated on those areas which we perfectly lubricated. I will grab this pin and go from the back to put that spring back, which is right here. And using this special tool, the way we removed it, I will put it back. So I have this very top prepared in the tool. I go against it, and if I'm just a tiny bit lucky, I turn it 90, and you see it's perfectly installed. Now I will check it, push it very slightly up, and I have the new shoe in the place correctly on this side. I will check here the routing of that parking brake cable, that it's correctly there. Everything is so far fantastic. Let's go back to the other one, rebuild the other part. Now I do the same from the new parts. I compared these two parts, and I can start transferring this on the new one. So just pay attention the way it was. It's always good to put the loop right here in these areas. So the same grease we just used, you will put here for the preventing any squeaks and so on in the future. And I can engage or close it with this spring. So I took care of this. What's about the other part? This is the one which was preventing that wheel from turning both ways. Again, the transfer, it's very simple. We can put a little bit of that grease on that pivoting area right here and put it correct in the place and hook this spring to the same area. You don't want to miss, there are many holes everywhere, so you don't want to make a mistake. This one is also ready to go on vehicle. Now it will be interesting to see if we can fit here me working and you watching from the camcorder. So the part is prepared, all is looped. I personally start with this spring on the bottom. So I hook it in this one, I put it right here, and then I go against this part here, while obviously you have to start paying attention to this stuff. So alright, I have it on the bottom correctly, and here it's always problem with that spring, so you better have some kind of tool making space for it. And that's what I said, I'm probably putting my head in your view, but at this moment that's all I can do. Oh yeah, also this spring, yep, this one could be pushing incorrectly there, so you are paying attention to that. This is getting nicely in the place. Now I see where I need my pin from the back. Yep, I wonder how this will be visible on the camera, but I'm trying my best, trust me. This is not easy today, the lighting, it's a nightmare. So please stay with me, be patient, and hopefully I show you most of it. Again, I have it ready here in the tool. I'm observing the direction of that pin, and I got relatively fast able to put it back. Now I'm looking if it's everything aligned correctly. Don't forget we have this spring which is holding the other part, and you might need multiple different tools to hook it where it was. Basically, really, what you're doing here, we are going backwards as it was when you took it apart. Okay, so this is nice engaged, this spring, I can see it. This one is nicely inside. Once again that brake, and the last part is continue with this, put it in and hook that large spring. So I'm putting this gold part, we can call it, it's that adjustment for the shoes. I'm carefully sliding it in. That spring will always be getting in your way because it's very rigid, very strong. So this is definitely, you have to be patient and not to freak out if it doesn't align everything on the first try. Never does for me, so don't get that discouraged you if you ever try to do it yourself. Now I will start pushing these shoes towards to each other and try to hook that spring. I applied on that end of the spring that needle nose pliers, because that will help me to hook it in the opening which I have there and which was marked, and I will show you where it belongs. Now I started pushing against that hydraulic system, and I'm observing my spreading rod right here, that it will actually go where it's supposed to go. So I cannot show you everything with the camcorder, but I will show you again that end result. But you can see all these little maneuvers you have to perform in order this whole part will go together and I will be able to pull the spring all the way where it belongs. That's one of the reasons why I said make that rod, adjusting rod, as small as possible, because that spring, putting it in its final place, it's always a challenge. These springs are super hard. You can see I already lost it. I probably didn't clamp it hard enough. They're super hard and they are really difficult to put into place. But enjoy. I'm trying not to stop the camcorder so you can see. Yup! Now I have it most inside of the hydraulic cylinder. The spring is the closest to its mount and it should go there right now. And sure enough, it popped in and this assembly got together. Let me show you again. This sliding is a nightmare, but you see this is the spring I was pulling. It belongs right here in the round opening, not in this teardrop kind of shape. Nope, it belongs here. This steel belongs inside of that gold part, because only that way it will be hugging that wheel, the adjusting wheel, which is right here, and preventing it from turning the wrong way. So if I try to turn it inside right now, it will not let me, it will be against it. However, when I try to turn this way, do you hear the clicks? So now I'm expanding, I'm pushing those brake shoes away from each other, and that's what I will do right now to adjust them to the size of the drum. Before we do that, last few details. If you ever try to do it yourself, now it's all clean. You can see all these parts here correctly engaged where they belong. and I can start adjusting the size. And now I will go for a while spreading the shoes, and after I think I will reach the correct diameter, I will stop and try to install that brake drum on it using my electric tool. I clean all these surfaces. Everything was nicely cleaned, also this internal part, so it doesn't get stuck on the hub. And I'm trying to see if the shoes are expanded enough. So definitely I have a way to go, maybe another millimeter or 2 millimeters or so. I can keep turning this wheel. You hear it, it goes only one way, that's the expansion. I will be not able to turn it the other way. So you cannot go wrong in this. What do you say? Are we there? Oh, look at it. Way less play. Maybe one more time. If we are lucky, this drum will be very close. And this is basically how I deal with it. That could be enough. Oh yeah, this is very tight. Now you have to play with it a little bit, because these shoes might be a little bit sank down. So you just hit it a few times. But look, when I was removing it, it was very tight. And basically I'm there. If I want to try maybe 2 or 3 clicks. 1, 2. I don't see that good. 3. Let's put it on 3 and see how we are standing. Oh yeah. And this needs to be tight because it affects the braking, the travel of the brake pedal. Also it affects how your handbrake or parking brake works. So this needs to be really adjusted very carefully. And this is the moment when you take your time. If you leave it too loose, your brake pedal the travel will be wrong, maybe too close to the floor and so on. And also parking brake will not work. I still able to put it on. Yep. But the play is absolutely minimal. Yet the drum still moves, and this is good. I think we got perfect adjustment. Now you think, great, I'm finished. My brake shoes are great. Well, don't forget, it's always in the pairs. You have to always replace the other side too. I hope you find this video helpful, and please stay tuned, be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day, my friend.